Legend of War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster battle playing as Malagor the Dark Omen going up against the Warriors of Chaos. So he's at Ashrak, and the Warriors of Chaos have showed up. I guess he declared war on them. You don't have to go to war with the Warriors of Chaos playing as a Beastman faction, but I don't know, I guess he did. And he's going up against 4 full armies of the Warriors of Chaos. So there's no retreat here because we're at a Herdstone. And like we got some pretty basic units, but the thing is here, it's the teamwork that's the problem. We don't really have a great team. Individually decent units, some of them crap. But what we should do here, I think, is don't control large armies. Let me just see here. What does the map look like? Just thinking it might be better if more of the enemy troops came in. I will control large armies. Yep. Okay. Alright, I got an idea. Yeah, we will control large armies. Got an idea. Okay. Now, because we're up against such an absurd number of troops, we really need to make sure that Malagor's magic is done as best as possible. So we need him to be thinning out the majority of the units. But he needs to do that at the beginning of the battle, not after our army has essentially been defeated. So what we need to do is, of course, hide as much of our force as possible, but some of our force can't hide. So we need to separate those that can hide from those that can't, from those that stalk, those that don't stalk, and we'll see how we go from there. Okay, so giants can't hide, obviously, so let's put them all over here. Against the Warriors of Chaos, giants aren't actually too bad, but we're just overwhelmed by too much force. I might actually be able to hide them over here, maybe. But in a choke point situation, they might do okay. Okay. Alright, so Ungors can all hide. But this is a very small map, so we have to be careful here. So, yeah. Oh man, it's not good. We can put them in Vanguard deploy, but if we put them in the corners here, they'll get immediately discovered by reinforcements. So we've got to leave them over here. It's a bit finicky. Alright, I'll just try to put as many units in here as possible. Of course, we'll need them for part 2 of the battle, essentially. Oh, these guys here don't Vanguard deploy. I might be able to squeeze them in there. Yeah, I can squeeze them in there. And then it's just, we really need to be efficient with Malagor. Really, really efficient. Yeah, keep him in there. Because if we can thin them out enough, then these Bestigors will do reasonably well. What's the battle difficulty? I didn't even check that. It's on hard difficulty. Okay, well. Okay, actually these guys here can Vanguard deploy. That will help a bit. Won't make any difference for Malagor, but it'll help for these guys. For sure. Okay, Centaurs. Yeah, Vanguard deploy them back here. Manticore can't hide, has to come over here. Minotaurs can hide over here. Problem here though is that if any one of their units get discovered, big trouble. We need to make sure they're all hidden. Okay, and yeah, the Cygor can't hide, so you come over here. Missed you over here. Hang on. Alright, so, to organize things into those that can hide and those that can't, that's the first one. They can't hide. Actually, Malagor should be in Control Group 1. These guys can be Control Group 2. And all of this here can hide, and then we'll figure that out later. So we want to draw them over here. Hopefully they don't go too wide. But yeah, I can totally understand why this guy had a hard time with this battle. Okay. So they're going to be attracted to this like a beacon. Alright, so it doesn't look like Malagor's been perfectly leveled up. He's got 3 Winds of Magic, Flock of Doom. Doesn't have Greater Arcane Conduit, which is weird. He should have it. Doesn't have... Oh, man. Doesn't have any items on him. So yeah, we put him in here, because this will be the best place for them to fight. Don't worry too much about the cycle shooting. It's not really that important. So yeah, full-powered Malagor would obviously crush them, but he's not full-powered yet. Okay, I gotta try to dodge these shots as best I can. Didn't do a good job there. I can't send him into melee there, that won't work. Maybe I should have the Manticore come over here and try to block shots for us. Because the Manticore is way less valuable than Malagor. Okay, good, that missed. Good cycle shooting. Maybe don't worry about it too much. You come over here. There we go. Oh, I could have the Manticore maybe go and attack it. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Go do that. Okay. So yeah, we got 187 Winds of Magic, no Greater Arcane Conduits. So let's just wait and see here for a moment. Wait for more of their troops to show up. Because I fully expect these giants to get wrecked. There's no way that they can last the entire battle. But yeah, we basically just don't want them to get too surrounded. Yeah. A bunch of giants like this against an all melee army actually perform quite well. How's this going here? That's not good, that's not good. I mean, there's like no ammo left on that anyway, just come back. In fact, we don't need to get rid of the Manticore, just go over there. Just waiting for more of them to come over here. The enemy, the other Hell Cannons won't show up until later on in the battle. Okay, this is obviously going to be pretty useless against most of their units. Now, the bouncer power is not horrible, but we're going to keep in mind as well, this is only half of their forces. If they can manage to kill the enemy general, that will definitely make a big difference. But yeah, they're not going to last forever. Could use Enfeebling Foe on him, but I think we're much better off using Flock of Doom. Does he have Unending Flock of Doom by any chance? No. I don't know how he's been leveled up, but it looks like he went significantly down the blue line, which, not a good idea. Yeah, keep him away from here at all costs. Because when we lose all of our units, we just get the army losses and just lose. Alright, so Malagor so far has just had a bit of damage. See, I wanted to keep him close over here to keep their leadership in check. We need a nice big blob, ideally. But I also need to try to protect the giants for as long as possible. But we've almost killed the enemy general. It doesn't really... It would be better if we kill him, but he's probably going to get away there. I don't have any spells that can really sort of magic snipe him. And if I send Malagor in to go and take him out, for one thing, he won't succeed. The second thing is he'll die. We'll just have to worry about him later. Trying too hard to general snipe him will just be a bad idea. Alright, and... Yep, just... keep trying to thin them out as much as possible. Also, I just realized, did we... Yeah, we need to make sure they're all not firing at will, otherwise they'll give away the position. Giants won't last forever. But Saigor's getting some shots in. I didn't really expect it to be able to shoot for this long, so that's good. Because this guy's coming back over here. Because yeah, if I can get a -10 leadership debuff on them, that should be pretty good, because there's already debuffs on them because Malagor's just here. So if you have a look, their leadership's... Yeah, that's pretty good actually. But this looks good place for Flock of Doom. Don't want to overcast it, don't want to risk Malagor miscasting. Okay, that dude came back into melee. Kill him. Malagor over here. I'm tempted to use Enfeebling Foe. Come on, come on, come on, kill him. Got him. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good, good. Alright, I'm pretty happy with how these giants perform in this battle. What are you doing over there? Get back. Because yeah, Malagor's not going to be able to take out every last one of their units. More reinforcements are coming. But he can damn sure thin them out by an army or two. I'd say the Saigor did its worth, yeah, based on the numbers I'm seeing there. But the enemy giants there. How did these giants end up doing? Yeah, it's not... They didn't do awful. It is only on hard difficulty, not very hard, so... They're not, like, complete rubbish. And this is the ideal situation for them. The big weakness of giants is missile units, and Chaos doesn't have that. So using a giant spam against the Warriors of Chaos, that could actually work. So yeah, just let them get worn out. Alright, I'm gonna bring the Manticore back over here. Yeah, bring the Manticore back over here. So that they pull all of their units around here, because it looks like because of this obstruction here, they're going to try to attack Malagor but have no ability to do so, and there's really good opportunities here for Flock of Doom. And we just thin them out like crazy. Now the thing is, we have to route some of their units. We can't just keep Flock of Dooming dead troops, essentially, or else their reinforcements won't come in, and then this army here will have to deal with 2 full stacks, which it won't be able to handle. Really impressed with these giants. I expect them to die by now. Well, he does have that to help with recharge rate, so that's good. Yeah, you can get the Flock of Doom down to 2 wins of magic cost. So and that's 50% extra Flocks of Doom. If only you had leveled them up correctly. It's too late now. For this battle. I'll have a look at how he's been leveled up if we manage to win this. Yeah, so you just stay here. That way all that they can see are units right here, and if we put them up on an obstruction here, they might blob up around here, just allowing us to make the most out of our area of effect magic. Because that's just absolutely slaughtering them. Yeah, if you had any other lord other than Malagor here, there's no way this would be winnable. Even Turox, or, what's his face? Mulgar? Yeah, they're about to go. It did some decent damage to their giants as well. Man, there's such a big difference between hard difficulty and very hard in terms of combat. On very hard difficulty, these guys just would have died straight away. Bounce power's looking good, but we've got to keep in mind still more reinforcements to come in. $100,000 damage has been done. We've used up about 30% of our winds of magic. Okay, I don't like the direction they're going. Try to bring him back over here. Right, I'm gonna land just for a moment with Malagor to try to... Oh, no, they're coming, that's fine. Yeah, this guy's not gonna last much longer. But the amount of damage he dealt out was... it's alright. Yeah, really try to use this obstruction here so that they pathfind badly, so I can get as much damage on the Flock of Doom as possible. But yeah, the big problem now is that we've got to route some of these units. It's good that we killed the enemy general. We've got to get some of these guys off the battlefield so that more reinforcements can come in so I can dish out damage to them. Hopefully they don't come over here too much. Okay, all my giants are gone now. I don't like what they're doing. Okay, I'm going to land because we need them to turn. Okay, hang on. Looks like they're turning around. Cool. Just feign the attack seems to get them to turn around. Man, that was a close call. If they had come over here, we were doomed. But the balance of power's in your favor. It's actually not. Not yet. Doesn't take into consideration reinforcements. There's still a lot of reinforcements coming. Some units have come in, but just basic crap, like Chaos Marauders. Just be patient, wait for a good opportunity. If I land the Manticore... problem is, if it goes Rampage, I won't be able to get it back up. Just be patient. Plus we got... No, it'll draw. No, we need to win this. We can win it within 47 minutes. Yeah, that's not going to do anything to us if we don't go into melee. Maybe moving around a little bit might help. I mean, it'd be great if we could get the whole lot of them in one go, but that's a good amount of damage being done there. Yeah, it's definitely not full-powered Malagor. That'd be really good if it was. And we'll know when the last of their reinforcements are coming in because it'll be hell cannons. Actually, it might be better to lure them up this way. So yeah, we came into this battle with, what, 190 winds of magic. Okay. Yeah, it only needs to touch the unit. It doesn't have to hit the whole thing in order to affect it. So while they're pathfinding really badly like this, it's actually really good for Flock of Doom. Just thinking, you know, whenever I do battles like this, I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, I bet there's going to be a couple of comments that's like, I would have liked to have seen him fight this battle without cheese. Yeah, we would have lost. Nobody would have won this without doing this kind of stuff. Not possible. This is, like, what kind of tactics could you possibly do with Bestigors that a no experienced Bestigor will beat this many chosen? It just won't ever happen. Cycle charge. No, they're not all chosen, Chaos Warriors. But some of them are chosen. And the map is too small to properly use the Ungol Raiders when there's this many troops on the battlefield. Okay, like I said, we can't do this forever. And it might seem like it's easy at this point, but we have to be efficient with our Flocks of Doom. If we don't, then we're not going to be able to inflict the army losses when their reinforcements come in. So yeah, one thing to really help with that is to rout off nearly defeated units by just putting Malagor close to them and hopefully terrorizing them off the battlefield. But he only causes fear at the moment, not terror. It was really good that we killed the enemy general. That was going to be essential for this. Okay, looking fine. But depleting our magic reserves for... It's a bit more than half now. But yeah, he's inflicted a lot of damage. So that's good. Okay, here we go. Escort these guys here off the battlefield. Just don't have to touch them. Just be near them so that they don't rally. That one's shattered, so that's not going to do anything. But these ones here could come back. Because Flock of Doom's really good at, like, getting them to, like, 1% health, but getting rid of that last little bit of health is a bit tricky for it. Magic's not really good at completely annihilating units. This is what we want to see. Come on, we need more casts. Main thing that it would have been beneficial for a Greater Arcane Conduit was for the extra 30 reserves, not necessarily for the recharge rate, because Malagor's recharge rate is fine. That's it, escort them off the battlefield. Oh my god, their entire army's going to get hit by the Flock of Doom. This is what you want to see. Like, each one of these casts will deal more damage than the entirety of a Bestigor unit. Let's check. So... yeah, that was like 12,000 damage. That's it. Bounce power's looking good. See, it only needs to nick just one unit in each unit in order to affect them all. That's how, even though it didn't look like it was going to affect them, it did. Alright, more reinforcements are coming. So these ones here are just Chaos Marauders, okay. And more Chaos Marauders, okay, no problem. Just wait for them to come back in. I'm thinking it's looking pretty hopeful. Now, based on the guy's email, he clearly didn't do this. He said here that he just got swarmed way too quickly. Probably just formed up a defensive position, maybe beat the first two armies, and then got wrecked. You had to do this. You just had to. Because we've preserved the majority of our balance of power here, and we've already killed off two of their armies. Effectively. And then we should have enough. This army here should be enough to take out a stack and a half, if it has to come to that. Which, if we keep this up, it won't, because they'll get the army losses before too long. Because the game will just adjudicate us a win. But we've got to make sure we get good casts in. Every single time. It's good they keep wasting their bounce of power with that. Just because we have 30 wins doesn't mean we have to cast. Wait for a good opportunity. And absolutely do not overcast here. There's no need for it. We're not in any rush. We definitely don't want to draw. We want to win. So, having the timer here. Definitely don't want to run out the timer. Oh yeah. Like I said, we only need to touch each of those units. Look at him go. God, Malagor is so good now. Even when not fully leveled up. Warriors of Chaos just can't do anything to him. The armies that they spawn, just complete shit, just full of melee infantry. He's, of course, useless against a giant, but that's where we use these guys here for. Try to lure them back over here. Cool. So far, so good. good. Hitting these ones and these guys here walking into it. Okay. Still more garbage coming in. It's going to be a lot of melee infantry reinforcements before we start seeing the back end of their troops. And that's the stuff that Malagor can't deal with. He can deal with the melee infantry very easily. He's arguably one of the best anti-infantry weapons in the game. Just get some of these guys here to rout, that would be good, so they can bring in the fresh units so I can kill them. Cool, victory's in our grasp, but not all of their reinforcements are in yet. So don't call it a win until it's an actual win. Just gotta wait for those good spots. And we've got them really far away from our troops here. This is going great. Okay, cavalry is starting to come in as reinforcements. That's a good sign. That means that particular army that it's a part of no longer has any melee infantry reinforcements. That's it. Oh, get into a nice big blob. Oh, you're making... Oh, Christmas coming earlier over here. Making it easy for me. That's what you want them to do. But I want the challenge. Okay, giants are coming in. That's... like, Malagor can't deal with it, but he doesn't need to. Doesn't need to deal with it. That's it, just keep getting them off. Yeah, we don't have much Winds of Magic left, so we really need the last of their reinforcements to come in. And our recharge rate's going to get pretty crappy soon. Once we get to like 75% of our magic used up, the magic recharge rate just goes down to shit. You either need to be completely patient or stop using magic. That's looking good. Bounce pass is looking good. Okay, they're still bringing in melee infantry reinforcements. That's a bit of a concern. So many units here that are just like obliterated, but we just haven't eliminated. Just at 1% strength remaining. Hang on. Don't let them go over here yet. Lure them back over. That's it, just rout them off the battlefield. None of these armies seem to be on force march, which is kind of a shame. Okay, that one's bringing in cavalry, that's fine. Flock of Doom's okay against cavalry. Useless against trolls and chaos giants. But that's where the archers are really good. And the thing is, the archers are really bad against the infantry, because they got loads of health and armor and shields and stuff, but the trolls and stuff, they don't have that. Wow, gee, that's a lot of kills. 300,000 damage been dealt. Okay, well the Manticore does cause terror, so every now and again they'll get terror routed if they're wavering. Oh, that looks nice. I'll take that. Good. Get these guys off the battlefield so that more can come on. Because they've all got to get dealt with. That's it. Leave. Oh, fantastic. This is going so well, I think. Alright. More. Okay, trolls coming in. That means that's the last of cavalry from that army. Because, yeah, it always comes in order based on how they show up here. So it goes, you know, their lord first, melee infantry, archers, cavalry, monsters, and then artillery at the very last. See, look at that. Bounce of power is still not Great, and there's still more reinforcements to come. This is where we have to be efficient. Okay. That's good. That indicates to us at least that that's the back end of that army's reinforcements. But I really need it to miss. Good. Yeah, don't shoot the Manticore or else it'll go rampage. I'll just have to try to dodge it as best I can with Malagor. This is so useful for just getting rid of most of its ammo. Oh shit, we got a lot of incoming. But since we've used up most of Malagor's magic, his actual value to us now is dropping. Look at that, the bounce of power is... It's still in our favor, but only just. Nice, destroying troops. Okay, I'm fairly sure there's still going to be more than one hell cannon. There's one over there. Hang on. This one here's almost out of ammo. Yeah, someone told me the other day the best way to actually dodge a hell cannon is not side to side, it's actually back and forth. Which, so far... that clipped me a little bit. So far it does seem to be decent advice though. Difficult to dodge when it's got homing missiles. Also, it should be at its maximum range. They're getting their revenge on Malagor. Yeah, we got garbage recharge right now. But that one's only got 2 shots left, so that's good. Oh, that direct bloody hit. That didn't work. Nope, that didn't work either. But at least that one's out of ammo. That down there. Alright, we're really low on wins now. But let's try to be as efficient as possible with our last few flocks of doom. Just to try to get as much bounce of power before we use up the rest of the army. Thing is, we can still get the army losses even if the bounce of power is not in our favor. We just have to meet the threshold for having dealt them like, what's that, 78% of their bounce of power? So, these last few casts might just do it. Alright, I want you to go over there. Since it's facing the wrong way, just go over there and kill their crew. Since I don't really need you for anything else now. Because that'll help with balance of power. It's all about the balance of power. We drop that enough, and we win. Good. Taking out Chaos Knights with Flock of Doom is pretty good. Yeah, we are just about done for our wins. Because every time we cast, we get the Wild at Heart, so that gives us, and also the Life Leeching, so that gives us a bit of extra recharge rate. It's looking good. I don't think there's any more reinforcements coming now, but I'm not certain. There could still be another Hell Cannon or two on the way. Alright, well that one's leaving the battlefield. This will give us an indication of whether there's any more coming. There's... a giant just came in, so that army there has not used up all of its reinforcements yet. That's a problem. Quick, hurry up. Turns out I didn't even need to use that there. Okay, I'm going to have to start bringing out my troops real soon. Thing is, if all the remaining troops are bloody unbreakable with the hell cannons, then it won't even matter if we inflict the army losses. I mean, we'll get rid of the giants that way, though. But yeah, when it does come time to fight these guys, we need to be focused firing on the giants. Majority of the bounce of power is there. Yeah, we do not have many casts left. Yeah, wipe it out. I still think there's another hell cannon to come. Good, just in time. Alright, well the Chaos Warhounds aren't going to do much. I think the Hell Cannon's going to show up here. That may not have been the best place to cast it, actually. But that's okay. At nearly 400,000 damage, I think Malagor's can afford to do a couple of bad casts. Oh, bounce, like it's in our favor, but there's still more coming. Chaos Spawner Unbreakable. Like I said, I don't want a draw here. I want a conclusion to this battle. Like I said, casting on those monsters is not going to do anything. It only works against infantry and cavalry. Higher the entities, the better. Oh yeah, one every 904 seconds. I don't think we've got time for that. Just wait for it. There. Alright, here come our last few casts. We've got 3 more according to this. Yeah, that's only... It says 1 every 57 seconds, but that's because these 2 are active. I'm not going to wait around for that. Just keep casting. Two casts left. Since they're all nice in a big blob here, let's make use of it. Come on, I need to get that recharge going. And that might just be enough for us to get the win. Because we did lose a lot of bounce of power from the giants being taken out. But there was nothing we could do about that since it was impossible for them to hide. Or at least I couldn't find anywhere to hide them. Last one, make it count. Here we go. Good. Even though it's in that area here, you can see like half the army got affected by it. And that's it. That's it for our Winds of Magic. Alright, what we need to do now is lure them over here. As far back as possible. Which they're not really taking... Okay, good, they're taking the bait. This will give us time to get set up because we're quite blobbed up here. We need time to spread out. Alright, 15 minutes should be all the time we need to get a conclusion to this battle. Alright, here we go. Now we form up our battle lines. And we just do the best we can. So, definitely want to keep the Manticore here for when the other Hell Cannon shows up. Just get rid of that. It's looking good. It's looking good, but you know, it depends on how much more reinforcements are coming in. No need to check a board or anything here. Just shoot like crazy as soon as they get into range. Sure, the flanks are protected here. Because yeah, if they get into these Ungor Raiders too quickly, that's going to be a problem. Malagor needs to stay close here to terrify them as much. Does he have any of that stuff? Yeah, he's got something wicked this way comes. So he reduces their leadership by 8 when he flies over them. So I might just be able to... It's just not quite enough. That's it, make sure they're nice and scared. Good, good, good. Okay, there's the hell cannon. Go for it. Because that'd be worth a lot of bounce power. Might as well... Actually, don't use that, because that is bounce power just by holding onto it. Oh, we got... Chaos Knight's got through. So you have to get through a little bit. Bounce power's looking good. Bring these guys over here, we need them up this way. It's looking good, and there's the army losses, we did it. There was no way in hell we could have won this if we had just stood and fought out in at the beginning. Look how quickly we took damage, and we were only in combat for a few seconds there. Of course, run them down as much as possible, because otherwise we're going to deal with them maybe next turn. Get the Centaurs to run down the Giants. Because at least the melee infantry, Malagor can handle, but he can't handle the Giants, so we've got to get rid of them. Okay, these guys here, they can't actually outrun the Giants, I don't think. They can a little bit. We're too far gone now, don't worry about it. So I'll just get these guys here to handle it. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's the last unit that needs to go, and then we've won the battle. But once again, Malagor proving he's a 10 out of 10 Legendary Lord. That's just ridiculous. I mean, Chaos is a joke, but at the same time, anybody else would have struggled so much with this. And he's not even at full power. Okay, what are the... Get over here, try to kill a giant if you can. It's really important that the giants actually die, not just get damaged. Otherwise they get a little bit of healing. So it's really important to focus on it. Don't worry about the melee infantry, not important, you can handle those. I'm gonna get to it in time. See, if it was a Rate My Doomsday video, I wouldn't bother doing this, but it's a disaster battle. There could even be more attacks right after this as well, but... Okay, there we go. If another 4 armies of Warriors of Chaos show up over here, you should still be able to beat it with what we've got here. Because Malagor's still got more than half of his health. He won't have any extra winds of magic in the coming fight, unless he somehow steals an item that gives him more. But the majority of your forces are still intact. We only really lost the units that can't hide anyway. Yeah, that's not really useful. Yeah, just in... I mean, you don't really seem to need that money, so I think we should take Devour captives, just in case. And let's see what else happens over this end turn. Like, if another 4 armies attack, I'm not doing it again. Because I've shown how to do it now. Just do exactly what I did. Alright, well, there you go. So let's have a look at how Malagor has been leveled up. And I can provide a bit of criticism as to what went wrong. What? Okay, so there's a little bit of an assumption here that maybe the AI was the one that put 3 points into Ruination, which is completely useless. So there's 2 wasted points there, really. Or really 3 wasted points. You should put it into Dark Apothecary first. Doom of Mankind. That would get you down to 2 Winds of Magic cost. Seems like that's what you're working towards. Then, of course, there's Greater Arcane Conduit. Should probably do this one here first. Mantle of Crows is useful, for sure, but not in this situation here. So yeah, I'd be putting that point into there first. So in terms of wasted points, he's only ranked 24. 2 wasted points here as well. That's garbage. Don't need that. That's definitely garbage. Don't have any equipment. Like, that'd be useful. Extra. That's like 2 or 3 extra casts. Or is there anything even better than that? Like, you don't really need this, but extra 20 Winds of Magic would be good. Forbidden Rod, probably not. You had one of these sitting here not being used. Why? Oh my god. That's so useful. Give it to him. Oh my god. Tormentor Sword is very good for Malagor as well. I'm not going to do this stuff here, but these are things to look at. I mean, I think Malagor was sort of recruited in an emergency, sort of here. Another thing to point out is that your ritual is complete. Do you know what happens when you lose a Herdstone? Nothing! Nothing! It doesn't matter. You don't make money from the settlement. Sure, you got some buildings here, but they're not expensive. Just go back there and rebuild it. You know, it's not like Chaos is going to ruin dwell it. So, you know, it seems like, and the thing is, you know what would have happened if our entire army would have gotten wiped out? Nothing! Because Malagor doesn't lose his buildings if he gets wiped out. Only non-legendary lords do. So it was a really low-risk situation there, but, you know, I thought I'd fight it anyway. Now, what's your chance of ambush? 80%. Yeah, oh, it's... You really should have had that on, considering it was just sitting there. And it looks like this area here is going to be fine. The only real concerns are, of course, the single entities that Malagor can't deal with, but I would highly advise getting Doom of Mankind for him. That would just make his Winds of Magic cost go down to 2 for Flock of Doom. I would have been able to cast 50% more of them. I would have been able to inflict the army losses without needing to bring out... Actually, I'm not entirely sure about that. Whatever the case is, I could have used a bit more Winds of Magic. But that's fine. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. I always enjoy seeing Malagor get thousands of kills. Hope you do as well. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.